I am going to demonstrate about the female pelvis. Starting with the definition, what is female pelvis? It is the area of the body below the abdomen that is located between the hip bones and contains the bladder and the rectum. The female pelvis is also known as the gynecoid pelvis. The female pelvis is made up of 4 bones, that is, the 2 innominate bones, 1 sacrum and 1 coccyx. Furthermore, the innominate bone is made up of 3 fused bones, that is the ischium, the ilium and the pubic bone. This is the ilium, the upper region is the ilium, this is the ischium and the pubic bone. Now we will discuss about the types of pelvis. So, there are 2 types of pelvis, that is the true pelvis and the false pelvis. The lower, more contracted region is known as the true pelvis. It contains the colon, bladder and some of the reproductive organs, whereas the upper broader region is known as the false pelvis. Now we will discuss about the landmarks of the pelvis. Starting with the topmost region, this is known as the sacral promontory. This is known as the ala of sacrum. This is the sacroiliac joint, iliopectineal line, iliopubic eminence, pubic tubercle and the pubic crest, and this one is the symphysis pubis. There are 3 types of bone present in the female's pelvis, that is the symphysis pubic joint, the sacrococcyx joint and the sacroiliac joint. So these are the 3 topmost joints of the female pelvis. Thank you.
Now I am going to represent my topic on normal mechanism of labor. I will start with the definition. A series of movements that takes place on fetus head and trunk in the process of adaptation during this journey through the pelvis floor. There are of 3 principles in normal mechanism of labor. Number 1, descent takes place throughout the labor. Number 2, whichever part leads first meet with the resistance of the pelvic floor will rotate forward until it comes under into the symphysis pubis. Number 3, whatever emerges from the pelvis will pivot around the pubic bone. Criteria for normal labor: line longitudinal, presentation cephalic, attitude is a good flexion, denominator is occiput, presenting part is vertex, position left right occipito anterior. There are of 9 steps in normal mechanism of labor. Number 2, descent. Number 3, flexion. Number 4, internal rotation of the head. Number 5, crowning. Number 6, extension of the head. Number 7, restitution. Number 8, internal rotation of the shoulder and external rotation of the head. And last, number 9, born the baby at lateral flexion. Now I will demonstrate each step of normal mechanism of labor. Engagement takes place when the biparietal diameter of fetus head pass away into the pelvic inlet. Descent takes place when mother pushing efforts and maternal contraction will facilitate the fetus head into the pelvic. After descending, flexion occurs. In the flexion, fetal chin is touching with the fetus chest. After flexion, internal rotation brings the anterior-posterior portion of maternal pelvis into the alignment of anterior-posterior portion of the fetus. Now, occiput becomes leading part of the maternal pelvis, and occiput rotate internally 1/8 of the circle, and it curves slightly twist in the neck of fetus. After internal rotation of the fetus, crowning occurs. In the crowning, fetal head can extend. After crowning, extension of the head occurs. Once crowning occurs, fetus head descends. Maternal pushing efforts and contractions show the face and chin sweep over the perineum. With the restitution, fetus head rotate left or right depend on the position. In this restitution, fetus head rotate 1/8 of the circle and cause untwisting of the neck. After the restitution, internal rotation of the shoulder and external rotation of the head. Shoulder rotate internally and fetus head rotate. With the delivery of the shoulder, fetus body can also deliver by lateral flexion.